Scruffy Audio Network.
Okay, we're going to talk about this
This
Patreon thing that's coming up.
Without me.
No, you don't. As Ben says, you're not a critical role. You're not a critical part of this. You don't have a role really.
This
We're launching a
would
Patreon.
fall apart without
And
me.
with Patreon, it's at Scruffy Audio Network, or as Matt wrote, Scruffy Andro Network. No, I think it's Scruffy Audio Network. You're going to get early access to all our episodes. You'll get extra content like bonus episodes, behind-the-scenes content, merchandise. If we ever get any merchandise, you'll have access to that.
Merch.
Just kidding. We're going to have some. You do not use that term. I already told you that. You're not an artist.
I am an artist.
Monthly itineraries, and there's going to be a whole lot more. So listen for what. Why don't we cut that, because that really stunk.
What is your problem?
I just messed up, and I don't like people.
Freaking
I
screw
don't like
up
people. I don't
every
like to mess up
podcast.
on the air. I never mess up. I have never messed up ever. Anyway,
Screw up every podcast. Why are you going to
Patreon
stop
at
this
Scruffy
time?
Audio Network. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, welcome to Why Would You Go There? This is a Why Would You Go There vignette.
Why did you not say hey like you normally do?
Hey!
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was saving it. This is a
Okay.
vignette.
Yeah.
We're a little toned down.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
vignettes.
Okay. We're never toned down.
I
Never.
live my life toned down.
You 100% do not.
Okay. So we've already done a podcast. Early on, we did a podcast about Rome, probably the second or third podcast.
We've kind of done two, really. Because
Yeah.
we did one when Miriam and I went on our trip.
Yep.
And
Yep, we did. We talked a little bit about it.
yeah,
And
so
then
that
we
was the
also
second
did
one.
like the Tuscan thing that we just did recently, where we were talking about planning the trip.
Yeah.
But this is just a little short look
Stumpy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
at what Rome looks like the second or third time
Yeah.
you visit. So
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about some of the places, and you
So
throw in whatever
if
you
you
want
want to hear about the main places, right, you'll kind of listen to the previous
Or more
podcast.
detail, for sure.
Yeah. This is more of a highlight. So yeah.
Yeah. So one of the first places we visited when we got to Rome was we visited the Pantheon and then Trevi Fountain.
Yeah.
So I wasn't for me, the Pantheon. It's a modern marvel, or it's an ancient marvel. It's an engineering marvel, and I love the fact that it has this giant hole in the ceiling.
Exactly.
But I was okay not seeing it from the inside again. But the line moves so quick. We're like, okay, let's walk through there.
Yeah.
You don't hate it. You don't like it at all.
I am okay with it. I don't. I think it's neat. But when we talked previously, I'm interested to ask you how you felt about it the second time, because when we talked about it previously, you loved it. It
Yeah.
was like one of your favorite things.
Yeah.
So did you feel the same way the second time around, or did it lose some of its mystique?
I would say the second.
Okay.
It wasn't as impressive the second time as it is the first time.
It's
so
still cool.
Yes, and
Yeah. If we go back, we'll see it again.
I'll probably see it again, especially knowing now that. So that's 2 times I've been there, and 2 times I've gotten right in with no issue. That they really, I think probably the line moves so quickly because folks know. Okay, once you get in there, you're like, okay, there's really not that much to see. You can walk around the perimeter a little bit, get right in the center where the sun's coming through that hole in the center, and then you're just going to walk out. You're not going to spend any real time.
Yeah, most people are probably just spending 5 or 10 minutes.
I
in
would
there.
agree with that, and that's about what we spent. We weren't in there longer than 10 minutes, were
Yeah.
we?
No, I don't think so.
And then Trevi Fountain.
Yeah. Gosh, it was the most packed I've ever seen it this time. So I've been to Rome a few times, and it's my favorite city. But gosh, this was like packed galore.
Yeah, it was. There were. Yeah, we just Rome overall. So we've been now in May and in October, and I don't know if have you ever been in October before?
No, I've been in May, September, August.
So I wonder if
And-
people were doing like we did, which is this is kind of wine harvesting time. So they were packaging some Tuscany with some Rome, like we did.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why it was so busy, but this was way busier than it was in May. And even, we all commented, all 4 of us were like, there is a crazy amount of people here.
Yeah.
So the Trevi Fountain was good. We got to see it. Like the last time we were there, we got to get some pictures of it with nobody in them, and I don't think I was able to get a picture with nobody else in it this time. But I've got some video. I know at the beginning of this podcast we mentioned the Patreon. I'm going to show some video of the fountain a little bit, and if you got some video,
mention it, but
yeah,
do you want to mention it?
What?
We didn't mention.
Oh
it.
no, we've got an ad that's running. That's why we recorded the ad. It's already played.
I forgot.
Yeah, so. That's why we argue all the time, because you are an idiot. If you would just do what I want. You know what? If I say this all the time. If the world would just do what I wanted, if everybody would drive like I drive, and people would do exactly what I want, we would all get along great.
There'd be a lot of dead people in this world, that's for sure.
So the first time we were in Rome, we only saw the Spanish Steps in passing.
Okay.
We actually took a cab by the Spanish Steps, which is not really walking. It's not very far from any of these places. They're all walking distance. But this time we saw the Spanish Steps, and we got to see them at night. We walked around a little bit. And what's your impression of the Spanish Steps?
So what's interesting is I've seen it morph over the years. Whereas it previously used to be people just went there and they sat on the steps and they ate and they just kind of hung out and they had a good time. And now they've kind of banned that. You can't eat on the Spanish Steps. It's pretty packed, generally speaking. So I think they're cool to see. The fountain outside of it is kind of neat to see. But I can remember, but prior to some of the construction that they've done too, when I went maybe 10 years ago, that it was just a little bit different. So I liked it better then. But it also probably didn't help that it was crazy packed, just like the Trevi Fountain. What'd you think of it?
I think that I would not go again to see the Spanish Steps. I would not cut it for anything. If I could walk, because you're only going to want to spend, really, it's a 5-minute look. Okay, yeah, I've seen that in movies. That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was anything
I agree.
super impressive.
And I think it's lost a little bit over the years because of some of the stuff that they've done and they've changed about it, which I get to an extent. I mean, they did some construction and
trying to preserve
made it a little less conducive to kind of hang out there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now let's talk about something that always impresses, which is the Forum.
Yes.
The Roman Forum. So
yes. And Palatine Hill, or no?
Yeah, we can talk about all of that.
Okay.
All that kind of goes together. The Colosseum, too, because it's all right there kind of together.
Yeah. So I lost you guys for a little bit. You guys went walking, and
Which Palatine Hill is on the back of the Forum. I guess back, depending on where you're standing. But from the way that most tours come, it's kind of on the back of it. And you got kind of lost in that.
Yeah.
On your own. You intended to get lost.
Well,
we intended for you not to find us, but you did.
That's so true. So what's great is, you and your wife went on, and I said, okay, I want to go look at this overlook over here. So Miriam, my wife, why don't you go ahead and follow them, and then I'll catch up with you guys. And you guys apparently just jetted. You didn't wait very long because I
we
came
saw
back.
Our chance.
Yeah,
now is our chance, guys.
And I couldn't find you guys at all.
Oh yeah.
But what's great about this is I stumbled on this overlook to see all of the Roman Forum and like the Colosseum, and oh man, it was beautiful. And I'm glad that I got to see that.
Yeah.
And what's hilarious is I saw you down there, you 3 specks, because we were I was so high up.
Yeah.
That I found you guys, and I was wondering. I was like,
just walking around and looking at ruins.
Worried. Yeah. Yeah. It was. Yeah. But I love doing that. I just love seeing the history there and just kind of walking through and just thinking.
Funny
about
thing
what
is,
happened.
I went back and looked at some pictures that I took when I last went, which was like 7 years ago or something, and I have pictures that I took this time that are like the exact same picture.
Yeah.
It's like this is what
I can see that.
Yeah, I am a creature of habit.
Yeah.
I want this particular angle. I got down on my knees and I took a shot up of those 3 columns that went into the Forum, and then this is the exact same picture. I thought I was so unique when I was getting it this time. I was like, that's
unique
the same
and
picture
different.
I took. Yeah, I thought I was.
You had hair back then.
That's true.
Different.
That is true. And we got pictures of drinking out of the fountains there and all that kind of stuff. And then, speaking of overlooks, we were in a different part of the Forum where you can see this overlook, which is kind of not touristy at all, and we ran into some people that we know that we actually work with.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
They ran into us. They found us.
It's a little bit tucked back. You kind of have to go behind like the Forum and the presidential or the whatever building that is. I can't think of what it's called, but Parliament building.
Yeah.
And yeah, I turned around and, hey, there's the guy we work with.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, so we saw those two, and that was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
But,
and then we ran into a couple other people the
Yeah,
next
we
day
did.
at when we had lunch at Sue and Jew.
your favorite restaurant? Oh,
I don't know that I would say it's my.
Oh.
Okay, let me say it this way.
Okay.
It is my favorite food I've ever eaten at a restaurant.
Okay. All right. I gotcha.
Hands down.
Gotcha.
But as far as favorite restaurant, that would be like, it can't be your favorite restaurant
Yeah.
because of the whole experience. Not that I had a bad experience. I'm going to rate them great on
Yeah, oh, yeah.
TripAdvisor. I love the food. The people were great and everything. But it is a tiny hole
It
in
is.
the wall, so you're not going to get
a little
the
cramped.
elegance
Yep.
that you're going to get somewhere else. So for food, best food I've ever eaten. And we ate there. It was so good that we ate there the night before or the day before for lunch.
Yep.
And then we met some folks and ate there the next day
Yep.
for lunch. So we had 2 lunches there. And between those 2 lunches, I had 3 entrees and a ton of tastings of other people's entrees.
Yeah, I had 4 entrees.
Oh,
actually.
man, you are so fat.
I am. But what's interesting is I ate gelato basically every day, and then the last day that not our last day, but our last day in Rome.
Yeah.
That had 2 entrees, and I just couldn't eat gelato that last time. So I don't know what happened. But
yeah.
so it is a great restaurant, Sue and Jew. If you're in Rome, I'd say check it out if you have a chance.
Tiny little restaurant, walking distance from the Vatican, but it's kind of a huff. It's probably 20 minutes.
Yeah, which is great, which is why it's probably so good because it's a little bit away from
Not
the tourist
touristy
area.
at all. Not touristy at all. And as a matter of fact, it's Via Cicerone is the main street that's closest to it, and it's a street back from that. So anyway, what else? What else do we want to talk about? Hey, let's talk about the Vatican since we're talking about
Okay,
Rome.
yeah.
And I think what I want to do is I want us to post some pictures of the soldier, but let's also save for Patreon if we have any video of that soldier, because I think we might have a few seconds.
I have a
of video.
very quick video of him. Yeah.
So funny story. If you like this kind of thing.
Yes.
While we were in Italy,
Funny
we
for
saw
some people.
3 old ladies fall down.
Oh,
One of them was in the bell tower in Florence.
I just want to be clear. Some of us think it's funny.
And
some of us
it was not funny. It was tragic. But
It actually was.
This old lady fell down. She wasn't super old, but she was upper 60s. Fell down right in front of the Vatican.
Yeah.
And talk about that soldier for a second, because that was incredible.
So, to help you guys feel a little bit better, this lady only fell down like 2 steps, so it wasn't too far, and she didn't fall too badly.
And she appeared not to be hurt.
Yeah, she was fine. She said she was okay. But you see these soldiers that are just they're literally soldiers. They don't move. They don't do anything.
They're
All
like
they do is
toy
survey.
soldiers.
Yeah, they just make sure nobody does anything. Trying to break in, I guess. I mean, so they're just there. They're about as soldiery as you could be. And this lady falls, and the guy walks up, and he's, Madame, are you okay? Are you okay? And she says yes. He stops talking, and he immediately walks backwards, not looking at where he's going at all. Not at all.
So he looked like a wind-up soldier walking
really
there,
did.
and then walking back. It was a wind-up soldier in reverse. I mean,
Yeah.
he just walked, and he went right back to where
exactly where he was supposed
it's
to
like
go.
he had to have counted his steps and known the exact amount of steps and the exact pacing of the steps, because he ended up exactly where he was, did this kind of military left face, and then disappeared.
I wish I would have gotten a little bit of video, like more video.
Yeah.
I got like 2 seconds literally of him just taking like 3 steps back. But it was interesting. And
Like nice people, we were more concerned about the lady.
True.
And then as soon as we saw she was okay, because there was somebody in front of her, and everybody's kind of looking to make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
And as soon as we saw she's okay, we were like, get some video. And then, by that time, it's kind of too late.
Yeah.
All right, so what else do you want to talk about?
So
for
what
our
else?
Rome revisit?
The only other things really is I wanted to talk about, what we recently just talked about, our favorite hotel.
Yeah.
I suckered you in. I got you to go there.
Yeah.
You stayed there and you
Well
loved
worth
it.
it,
So I
yeah.
feel good about that.
Yeah.
The Rome Cavallari.
I'll tell you a little something. Georgette didn't love it.
What?
She said it was great. She said it was great, but she said
hate her.
there are better hotels in Vegas.
hate
And
her.
and she's right.
No,
there are better
no.
hotels for.
She's dead to me. totally dead to me.
I think she might have said, "Don't tell Lee and Miriam this because they'll be crushed."
Yeah, I am crushed. Yeah. Gosh, I can't
wait
her.
till we have dinner again.
Yeah, that'll never happen again, ever.
She's
Y'all
gonna
are
be,
off the trip
she
list.
is going to be so. Wait a minute, we have another trip. We're supposed to be planning
we're
another
done
trip.
now.
No,
We're
we're supposed to be
done.
planning
You can
another
go.
trip.
Your wife cannot. Sorry.
It's funny because if people would have asked before that comment, they would have said, "Oh, Georgette can go, but you can't." Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a phenomenal hotel. Don't listen to what his wife says.
No, she said it was great. She said
yeah,
it was great. She really did. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
She just said, there's Cosmopolitan's nicer, and I agree. The inside of Cosmopolitan's nicer.
do not agree at all.
For my taste. We're more
different
modern.
tastes.
We're more modern.
I would agree with that, which is hilarious. The older people are more modern, and the younger people are like old souls.
What are you talking about, older?
You're
We
like
are
40
super
years
young.
older than me. I am like 25,
We're the youngest
and you're like
grandparents ever.
70.
Anyway, so what else do you want to talk about Rome besides the...
Nothing. I just want to reiterate, walking around in Rome, we did it some, and it's just such a beautiful city. It's such a great city. I want everybody to go there. I know we're not treating this like a normal podcast. This is our Stumpy.
This is a vignette.
It's a Stumpy.
What's wrong with you?
But I wanted everybody everybody needs to experience Rome at some point in their life. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
And just walk the streets, see all the sites that we've already talked about in previous podcasts. Because we talked about the...
All right, cue the music, Ben. He's
the
rambling.
Trevi Fountain
Cue the
and
music.
the
He's
Pantheon
rambling.
and the Spanish Steps. But the first time you see him, you're still in awe. So, yeah. What else?
Right, that was it. I told already the music's playing right now.
No,
I already
it's
told.
not.
I've
not.
already told Ben he's going to
He's
go
asleep.
in post production and put the music on, and it's going to be playing right now. And then we're going to be going, and we're going to be out of here because you were rambling.
Yeah. I just trying to make sure people understand how great that
I
city
agree.
is.
It is a great city. It is a great
All right.
city. It's my favorite city in the world.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, we're out. Well, yeah.
I'm sure your wife said, "Oh, it's just an okay city. There's other cities that are better. Vegas is better," which I actually do love Vegas too. Gosh, what is her problem?
She didn't say that at all.
You liar. All right.
All right, we're done.